YouTube, and welcome to episode 70 of Summer Shredding. Today is Saturday the 9th of July, so that means we've only got 3 weeks left of this series. Hope you're enjoying it so far, and that basically means that I've got 1 week left, then I'm doing the double video thing. But anyway, first of all I want to say that today is my grand's 87th birthday. Now 87, that's a crazy age to get to. She still walks about, lives on her own, does exactly what she wants. Very, very inspiring woman. Definitely something that when I'm that age, I hope I'm doing the same. She digs her up in her own garden. Everything, she does everything. So that's definitely something that I definitely admire about her. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to go around there just now. We're going to help. She said she doesn't want anything for her birthday, so okay. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to sort out her kitchen, help out, move some worktops around and fix them and put new ones down, or whatever. I can't remember what we're actually doing, but we're doing something like that. Then I'm going to go to Morrison's, pick up food. Now I did get a muscle food delivery yesterday, quite a large one, their birthday hamper. So there was a lot in that, and I just need to pick up like veggies and stuff, snacks and bits and pieces. So I'll show you those when I get back. But once I've done that, I'll then do a bit of a meal prep for the week, maybe even a bit more, because I probably need to clear some space in my fridge. And then I've got a surprise for you guys. So watch out for that, stay tuned in the video, and I'll speak to you guys when I get back from Morrison's. Guys, I've just been food shopping now, obviously because of all my muscle food stuff, which I'll just show you now actually. So we'll walk back like this so you don't see all the crap on my sides, supplements, crap and everything. So because I've got all this meat in the bottom of my fridge, which is like 5 kilos of chicken, more chicken, steaks, what's that? That is lean mince. We got meatballs. We got a lot in here at the moment. We got a shit ton of egg whites. All these cartons are egg whites, and there's another one down there. So because I've got all of that, this is what I've bought today. Good, like, I guess veg shopping in a sense. So we'll go through it, and I'll tell you what my plans are to use it. So we've got some spinach here, young spinach. You don't have to wash it because it's just in a bag. Old people think that you need to wash spinach. You don't in this anymore. So what this is for my smoothies. Spinach is so good for you, but I'm not a big fan of the taste of it. But when you put it in a smoothie, it tastes like nothing. The same with kale. Kale is pretty good for you. I haven't really tried it before. I don't know if I like it or not, but I'm going to stick it in my smoothies anyway. Raspberries are so good. They're for about 50 grams to 100 grams. They're about 10 carb roughly, between 7 and 14, and they have loads of fibre in them, which is good for shredding. Low fat, not much sugar, like a reasonable amount for fruit, but not much sugar. So raspberries are pretty good. Same with blueberries. Blueberries are damn good too. We've got some strawberries, because 1 or 2 of them in a smoothie will taste damn good. We've then got frozen fruit, frozen blueberries and frozen raspberries, smoothies, porridges, that sort of stuff. That's what I'm planning on using it for. All this macros are pretty clean. Got some coffee here. I like my black coffee. I like it silky and smooth, so because I have it black, so it tastes better. I've then got these soups. Now these are all chunky soups. They're like 70p a go. We have a look at that. This is as close as you're going to see to the macros when it focuses in a second. Are you going to focus? No, I'll just read it out to you. So we've got 1.8 fat, 0.4 saturates, 3 sugar, and like 0.8 salt. So that's for half a can. So there's pretty low fat, relative moderate carbs, probably about 20 carbs in there. Same with the beef. I got chicken, vegetable, beef, vegetable, Mexican style bean. I haven't tried that one yet. Let's have a look at that. Now this Meridian peanut butter is 1 kilo here. Now let's have a look at the macros. Please focus on this one. This is like 46 grams of fat and 29 grams of protein. So obviously that's a percentage. So I'll probably only use like a teaspoon in it. But it's literally just blended peanuts. It's suitable for vegans, it's sort of suitable for everything. It's just literally peanuts mashed up. So good. Also bought in some gherkins or pickles. The pickled gherkins, but in America you call them pickles. Quite a high salt. Sodium's not an issue at the moment. What it will do is they're like sod all calories. They're like celery. You can eat as many of them as you like, really. We got some frozen yogurt, strawberry flavoured. Let's have a look at these. Per 100 grams, we're looking at 1.3 grams of fat and 2.7 protein. That's pretty good. It's just ice cream, really. Gluten-free crisp breads by I don't know how to say it. We're rocking 1.7 fat, 84 grams of carbs per 100, and 6 grams of protein. These are literally just something that I'm going to be putting peanut butter or something on, or some sort of fish or something, just as a snack. It's great. Gluten-free makes me not bloat. Greek style frozen yogurt lollies. These are pretty cool. I just found these today. I don't know whether they're going to be any good. I'll try one out in a bit. We've got 2.3 fat. No, sorry, 4.7 fat, 15 grams of carbs, and 1.9 of protein. These are all like per 100 grams, so it's pretty cool. We got some coconut water for my smoothies. Apparently that's meant to be really good. Soya chocolate milk for porridge. I think this is like 2.1 grams of fat. Sweet Baby Ray's. Now, if you don't know me, I'm a big barbecue sauce fan. Now, this is my favourite out of them all. It kills off any other barbecue sauce that there is, and it's going to be ideal for my Balkan season, because in my Balkan season I don't count sauces really. So per 100 we're rocking, no fat, which is good, 45 grams of carbs per 100, 0 protein, but it tastes freaking awesome. Picked up some of these are cheap. They were just in the sale, as you can see, £1.19, 0.8 fat, 5.2 carb, 1.6 protein per 100, about 17 grams of carbs in the whole of that thing. We've got some 0 fat Greek yogurt, so as you can see, per 100, 0 fat, protein 10.3 grams and 4 grams of carbs. Mixing this in with your porridge will make it taste damn good. You can use this or that and that, or just even water in with your porridge and you're good to go. So then again, I got another one of those that was on special. Some peppers, again, shit ton of sweet potatoes, bananas, kiwis. Kiwis probably go in smoothie as well because there's more micronutrients. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. So I'm gonna go eat some of those crisp breads now because I'm starving. I've only had egg whites and what did I have? I had baked beans this morning for breakfast. I had two of those soya drinks, and that's all I've had. So I'm gonna have some food now. Pack that away, cook up my meals, and then I'll be right back. Oh my freaking god, these lollies are amazing. If you've ever had a Solero as a child, this is what this is like. Oh my god. These are the cloudy and thin Greek style frozen yogurt lollies. Freaking amazing. Go pick some up. Good macros. Yum. So I just finished prepping my meals. Now, I ran out of Tupperware because I'm useless. And I want to just quickly show you the sort of, like, the quantities that I'm still eating and I'm shredding. What I've got here is, I will flip you around just now. Sorry, that was just me flipping my screen over as well. So this will do me till Wednesday. These are just meals at work. So there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 1, 2, 3, Monday, 1, 2, 3, Tuesday. I think I've miscounted. There's 10 meals here. Okay, there's one left over. Sorry, I'm just flipping around. I need to get better at that. I think one of them, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to decant one of them, or whatever. But yeah, so that's the sort of quantities that I'm eating. About 3 meals, roughly, 3 to 4 meals at work. That's not a lot of time. That's about 8 to 9 hours, roughly, and I'm demolishing 4 meals. So it's not a matter of starving yourself. It is expensive, yeah. There is 2.5 kilos of chicken, roughly, So what I do is I make it. At first, when I first started, I thought, oh my god, this is going to take ages. Like, this is the beginning of the shred when I was weighing things out again. What it was is I would get each individual one and weigh it out correctly, so they're identical. Then I sort of got bored of that and bored of that. So what I do now is, because you need to realise that your macros are a weekly thing rather than a daily thing. And what I mean by that is that your macros they'll affect you long term. So day to day is important, but it's rough important, if that makes sense. So you will see changes in the scales daily, but that's not progress necessarily. It is just day to day shit that happens, like literally taking a shit will change your weight. So this is long term that you need to be concerned about this. So what I've done here is I just worked it all out. So this is the quantities. So you got about a kilo of sweet potato, about 150 grams of red pepper, about, again, 150 grams of yellow and orange pepper, both the same. About one onion, which is about 58 grams, tomato 166, chicken about 2.5 kilos. That's all rounded up. I couldn't be asked to read out the exact number, but I've got the exact number down there. So what I did is to track it, I just divided that number by 3, the exact amount that I had, divided it by 3, and then just roughly dished it out similarly in each container. So in the long run, it's not going to cause me too much in the short run, just in general of getting it done, not too much of a problem. Now, is it going to affect me long term? No, not at all. Well, yes it will. It'll progression. It'll make me better long run, because some days I might have a bit more carbs than I might have protein. So I'll eat more. I'll eat exactly the same. I'll still have exactly the same goals roughly. But some days I might have more carbs, so some days that might actually help me. Obviously some days there'll be less carbs, and again that will help you. So it's just a matter of consistency. Before you get into all the completely cooking your meals in the morning and making sure that you have exactly the right number, there's a long path ahead of that. I am not considering that. If I was to do this full time, I probably would do that. But at this point in time, you need to make sure you're getting your meals in regardless. Even if it's like, okay, I got a chicken breast and you can track it on MyFitnessPal as one chicken breast. It's still tracking it. Yeah, okay, it might be 200 grams when it's saying the one chicken breast is 110, but it's still tracking it. It's still giving you a rough idea. Remember that the macros on MyFitnessPal are not precise. They're as precise as they can be. Everything is different. Every bit of chicken is different. So it's a rough idea. No macro is perfect. So especially considering you type in chicken breast and you have Morrison's, you have Asda. You think, well, how many freaking types of chicken are there? So it's just a matter of getting it in, making sure that you're tracking it and having some rough idea, and making sure you stay under or over depending on what your goal is. Sorry about that, my arm was hurting. I'm really lazy, aren't I? But yeah, so it really depends on what your goal is. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit just now about what my perfect day of macros would be. Now, that's not numbers, that's about where I would count to. So, on a shred, depending on what you're doing. So, my perfect day on a low carb day. A low carb day would be my fat. So say, let's go for example, we're using the shortcut to shred method of 1.5 protein, 0.5 fat, 0.5 carb. So let's say I am 100 pounds. So that's 150 protein, 50 carb, 50 fat. Let's just say that. We're going to use 100 pounds in weight as the whole thing, just to make sure that we're on the same page. Now, the ideal would be 150 protein, exactly on the dot. I'd love to hit it on the dot. Fat, for 50 grams of fat, I would probably say between 35 to 45 grams of fat. Now, That is kind of a lot, but it's going to be used as a fuel source. So what that's going to do is that's going to be like, I don't know, so I'll probably go about 75% of your macros hit on fat. 75 to 100. So you want to stay high in the macro range of that. You want to hit, we're going to use a percentage, this will make it easier. So you want to make sure you definitely hit 100% of your protein, 75 to 100 of your fat, and probably you'll probably end up hitting 100% of your carbs, but you want to stay in the 75 to 100 grams of your carbs on a low carb. If less, great. If you can get it down to about 50%, great. But it may be that your workout tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon will suffer. But to be fair, on that many carbs, your workouts will be suffering anyway. So it probably wouldn't matter too much. It depends how deep into it you are. If you're early on, you want to try and make sure you hit that goal. If you're later on, you probably want to bring it down a bit and see how low you can get it. It's not necessary to have a carbohydrate in your diet. It's not going to hurt you if you don't have it. So if you manage to get it down to 0, fantastic. Do you know what? It's probably a one-off. Definitely do not do that every day. That's not going to be healthy. I'm not sure why, but if you manage to get that for one day, Jesus, well done, guy. On a low-fat diet, you're probably going to hit. You want to try and hit 100% of your fat intake. Carbs, you probably also want to hit 100% of your carbs. Simply because you're going to be trying to keep muscle and lose fat. So with your fat goals, I don't know, mine's 49 grams today, and I'm trying to give myself about 20 grams left over. So yeah, I would say you want to try and keep it between 50 and 75% of your macros. Simply because that's a good place where, okay, you're in a big deficit, but you've got that sort of idea where you can go over a little bit on your carbs and your protein. Remember, it's the calorie deficit that makes the difference. So obviously your calories, you want to hit your calories almost dead on. That makes an ideal day, but it's the split of it that the macros count. So if you've got 2,000 calories, hit 2,000 calories. It's just the split of them that I'd like to do. So, as I say, you want to make sure 2,000 calories, blah blah blah, 100% of your calories always. If you go a little bit under them, great. Do not go over them. That's the bit that's going to suffer you the most, is going over your calories. Going over your macros a little bit, not so much of a problem, providing it's one singular macro. But it's the calories, as I say, in general. If you stay under your goal, that's probably ideal, because that gives you a bit of leeway that if you do go over, it's not going to hurt your progress as much. But that's not sort of advised. If you can stay 100% the whole time, perfect. You hit it, and it's quite a bitch to hit perfect macros, to be honest. It's harder to hit it than it is to stay under or over. Now for a bulk. Now this is where the differences come into play. You are going to be wanting to hit 100 to 110% of your macros on carbs and protein. I do not suggest you do a high fat, low carb, or high fat, moderate carb bulk. The reason for that is carbohydrates are going to build muscle more quickly than fat is. So I'd say bulk is pretty generic, with high protein, high carb, moderate to low fat. That's my opinion. I like keeping my fat really low, because fat does have an instant effect on my body. So as you can see right now, I'm probably a little bit bloated. A little bit bloated, because I've had a shit ton of Pepsi Max and I had some peanut butter. But so on a bulk, I'd probably say 100 to 110% of protein and carb, and probably 80 to 100% of your fat. Now, obviously that's going to be difficult, especially for me, because I'm keeping my fat, with your fat, you can have per pound of body weight, and this is the way I plan it out. You can have 0.3 to 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight on a bulking diet. So if with my sort of logic behind it is, my goal is 103, 0.3 every pound of body weight, that means if I go over a little bit, it's not going to be such an issue because I can go up to 0.5. Does that make sense? That's just the way my mind works. So again, with the protein, my protein goal is going to be, I think I'm going to stick it at 1 or 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. The reason why I'm bringing it down is so that I can up the carbohydrate value, and for me carbs are such an important part of bulking and shredding that you see me when I take it, you saw me take out carbs for a week or two, I lost a shit ton of weight. Put in carbs, I put on a shit ton of weight. I mean, I put in carbs for that week that I was with Kels and I put on 5 pounds. So it shows what my body does, and whether that's just good genetics or whether that's a normal thing, I don't know. I feel that my genetics really differ on what part of me I am. For example, my back and shoulders are genetically quite good. My calves, the placement and positioning of them, pretty good. So, like, the way they would look if they were big would look fucking awesome. But getting them big is the issue. So they're just naturally quite small. And they're just a bitch to grow. And I don't know whether that's just a normal thing again. My bicep insertions, again, they're okay. They've got about an inch difference here. I would like that to fill out, but obviously that's just genetics. My tricep it's alright. It's not so bad. Forearms, wrists are really small. That's quite a bad genetic thing. But when it comes to absorption and things like that, I feel that my body, through nutrition, I feel that it's more important for me to get nutrition right than most other people. Because as soon as I start getting it right, my body really sort of goes, hey, you're on point, let's go, you're doing everything right, you deserve this. Whereas some people can eat absolute shite and get away with it. So, especially my friend Dom, he was the guy, as I say, that, I don't know if I've said this, he's the guy that first ever took me down the gym, taught me a few bits and pieces. Okay, I've adapted things to do it my way, but he would go outside the gym and he would have KFC because he was bulking, and he would not put on a shred of fat because his body just worked that way. Now, did that help him? Not really, because he was super skinny. Now he's pretty jacked, but he would literally go home, put chicken in blenders because he couldn't eat anymore to try and hit his calories. So everyone differs. Bulking is, and I will say this, a lot harder than losing the weight. So if you're one of, I don't know if you've ever seen Super Size versus Super Skinny. It was a TV show on Channel 4. Putting on weight is a lot harder than losing it, and I will say that every damn day. So anyone that's super skinny, and I say that in the term of the TV program, that's not an insult or a dig, because I know some people are quite touchy about being skinny. If you are super skinny and you're struggling to put on weight, don't worry, that's normal. Just a tip that I've sort of brought along, and I helped someone with this, I can't remember who it was. They said, I can't physically eat anymore, and they was eating 3 meals a day. I said, okay, what you want to do is you want to take your portion, whatever you'd normally have for your, say, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, take your portion, add half to it. And he was like, oh, I can't eat that. So no, wait, split it in 2. Okay, what do you mean? So, say if they usually eat their breakfast at 9 o'clock, let's just say that, you eat one of those meals at 8 and one of those meals at 10. That way you're then eating 6 meals a day, smaller portions keeping you fuller, but your calorie intake is going up by 50%, I think. Does it work like that? 100? Yeah, about 150%. Times in the amount you're eating by 1.5, plus snacks in between. Snacks are important, especially if you're bulking. And what I mean by snacks is decent stuff. So, demolishing a whole bag of, like, peanuts. Peanuts would be ideal, especially if you're super skinny. Peanuts are going to be great for you. Sodium will help you retain water. You'll look bigger. The sodium will retain water in your muscles. You'll have what I was talking about yesterday with the creatine. Some of that water is going to be going into your muscles, so it's going to help make them bigger. Cholesterol, for example, if you're a guy, will higher testosterone level because cholesterol helps move testosterone around the body. So by having a higher cholesterol, your test is getting used better. So it's not technically a higher test level, it just helps transportation. Definitely something that, definitely a misconception there that lots of people get confused with, because people just use the generic term of it makes your test levels higher. Well, no, it transports it. Testosterone, as I say before, is a growth hormone. If you can manipulate your own testosterone level as a guy or even as a female, you're on for a winner. If you can also manipulate your insulin levels, you're on for a winner. If you can manipulate any of your natural hormones to make them produce more or be used more efficiently, you're going to be on to a winner. And I think I'm pretty good at that. I think that's why my body absorbs and gets rid of carbs quite quickly. Because I'm able to, carbohydrates, as I've explained before, directly work with your insulin. So by me having something sugary when I work out, or like, to be fair, I probably should eat something during a workout, but that's probably going to be more of a bulk in season type of thing. Something like a Squares bar or like some Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids are freaking key. I love those. But yeah, something like that immediately while working out is going to be used directly. It's going to fuel your workouts. It's going to go straight into your, there's going to be calories that are going to be straight used up and straight used in repairing. But then as the day goes on, as you get further away from your workout, you want to try and avoid the shittier foods, just to try and keep your physique kind of good. Because it's not going to be used up on anything other than keeping yourself awake in day-to-day use and breathing and shit. And to be honest, I'm okay with not having those, providing I have my gains. So, what am I going to be doing on the cheat day? Considering we're talking so much about food, cheat day. Cheat day's coming up. I'm loving the idea of it. What am I going to be doing? I'm still going to be training because I'm an idiot. Usually cheat days happen on a rest day. Not for me. Because these calories are going to be coming into my body and I want to make the most of them. So maybe that's something that I'll do in the future. Maybe I might even train twice that day. I don't know yet. So what I'm going to do is in the morning I'm going to eat clean. And you're thinking, alright, straight off the bat you're already fucking that up. No, I'm going to be training in the mornings. So again, it's a Sunday, so I'm probably going to have like a large bowl of porridge. I'm probably going to count the thing because MyFitnessPal tells you how many days you tracked in a row, and I want to try and keep that going for as long as possible. But or I might even track that day just to see how much I've actually eaten. But so first of all, when I get up, I'm going to weigh myself, and that's going to be the stable for the rest of the week's food for my bulk. So I weigh myself. I'm aiming for about 165. But this morning I weighed at 164, so it's probably going to be less than that, which I'm okay with. I was thinking about it the other day. The lower I get, the more likely it is to have a better impact, because most of it will be fat, the amount that I'm eating at the moment. So most of the body weight that will be there will be muscle and water. There won't be much fat on me. I'm going to prep as though I'm going for a contest, so I'm probably going to fast the day before. I'm also going to try and dehydrate the day before and get my body looking freaking awesome. So the end photo of my summer shredding will look freaking amazing. But that's just vanity. So I'm going to get up, weigh myself, do my usual shit as though I'm shredding still, have quite a large breakfast. Well, no, I'm probably going to have a shred breakfast, to be fair. Egg whites, actually no, I'll have a load of porridge, make up my smoothies, go to the gym, normal, post-workout, go to the gym. Idea, probably take some Sour Patch Kids with me. That's a genius idea. I love Sour Patch Kids. Big bag will be perfect. Then what I'm going to do is, as soon as I get home, I'm going to order a off Domino's. So my Domino's pizza's Meteor Large. That's what I'm going to rock. So having one of those will mean that if I have it right after a workout, a lot of that's going to be used up. Well, I say a lot of that, probably like a bit of it, like that much. But it's a cheat day, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to try and time it around my workout so that I can get something out of it at the same time. Then what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be probably not eating anything until I go out to eat, which is what my surprise is. I forgot that I was keeping a surprise, but it doesn't matter. because I probably won't be able to eat anything, we are then going to a place called Sussex Barn. And Sussex Barn, it has challenges. So you see them on like Furious Pete and places like that. Challenge food. 32-ounce steak. Chips, fries, everything. Everything added on with it. Me, Matt, you've met Matt before. Liam Brown, Liam EZ, I don't know if you've met him before. Probably not. You'll meet him tonight though with a surprise that's going on that you guys don't know about yet. What we're going to be doing is we're going to see who can either complete it or complete it the fastest. So I'm going to stick a timer down in the corner. When it gets dished up, we're all going to start at the same time, and I'm going to make a video on it. So that'll be pretty cool. I know Liam can eat, I know Matt can eat. I don't know whether Matt can still eat because he's been following the summer shredding. If you're watching this video, put in the comments down below how well you're doing. That goes for anyone, not just Matt, but Matt lost a load of weight in the first month. So if he's still on the shred, hopefully he's freaking jacked and tanned and ripped to shit. But we'll see him tonight and we'll see how well he's getting on. I want him to comment on this as well. But yeah. So we're going to take on the challenge, and that's probably going to be all she wrote, because last time I finished that, I almost passed out. So if I may manage to do it, Jesus, that would be impressive. Anyway, that's my plans. I'm excited. I'm excited to get on a cheat day, which is basically this. I always hit a cheat day at the beginning of a bulk, not the end of a shred. It's not to celebrate the end of it, it's to celebrate the beginning of the bulk. And also what it's going to do is it's going to be like, actually come at me. So I'm going to waft that down, then the next day I'm going to stick to the calories of the weight that I was that morning of the Sunday. That's why I'm weighing myself in the Sunday, and going to carry on. So the calories will soon get worked out. Maybe it might take a couple of weeks, but then I'm going to weigh myself on the Sunday and see where I'm at and go from there. Hopefully we can have many gains from it. Many gains. Hopefully I'll come out of this year's bulk and looking good enough that I can get down to the 8% mark and look pretty decent, because this year I felt like I got to about 10 and looked a bit shit. So and that's just my personal opinion. I am my biggest critique. So for example, a guy called Albert Aldridge, he is shredded. He is very shredded. But he needs to put on some size before he's ready to step on stage, and he's okay with that. He knows that. And I feel that my bone structure, he's got very good genetics with bone structure. He's got like small shoulder joints, but quite big shoulders. He's got a tiny ass waist, and like quite big legs. He's quite a strong fella. But when he will put on mass, Jesus Christ, is going to look good. He's going to look really damn good. And he's that shredded that it's going to be, his test level is going to be at the best place where he can do it. He knows his stuff, he knows how to do it. If you're able to get that shredded, you know what you're doing anyway. Definitely go check him out, Fitness 01. He's in my box of things, Gym Buddies I think it's called, down at the side, so go check him out. He's got about 1K subscribers, so if you're probably watching this, you probably came over from there. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at, is that he's that shredded, but he's got enough muscle mass behind him that you can sort of see it, but he'll probably need to put on more anyway. So I'm keeping some behind, just so that I don't look anorexic, because I'm being pretty tall. You can look pretty gangly if you don't have enough mass on you. So I'm getting that feel when I was about 162, 163, and I think that being bigger is always better, especially when shredding, because it will mean that I think the ideal weight is if I was about 170 and at 8% body fat. That would be my ideal, maybe even less than that. So more of a Christian Guzman physique, hopefully better calves, but he's addressed his calves. He has very unfortunate calf insertions, but the rest of his genetics are pretty damn good. Which is unfortunate, because one bit just lets him down. And I reckon if he had better calf insertions, he would be unstoppable, really. Quads are pretty good on him. Glutes could use a little bit of work, but you don't really need to critique his physique. It's first of all, he's a freaking genius. His Alpha Leap business has come up leaps and bounds over the last year. He's a big inspiration for me, and I will critique anyone that comes along, and that's never a dig. It's never sort of like, dude, why the fuck are you digging on him because he's got better this, that, and you. It's not jealousy. It's just what I see, and it's my opinion. I will critique myself before I'll critique anyone else. And it's just how my brain works. I don't pick. You can always see the good bits on people, and a lot of the time, okay, they're going to be in that sort of limelight where you got the Christian Guzman, Steve Cook. They're going to notice the bad points about them before anything else. So people will always go, "That's the bad bit. That's the bad bit. That's the bad bit." And I know that's what I've just done, but at the same time, his triceps are freaking ridiculous. His obliques are, Jesus Christ, I didn't know how to. I still don't know how to do that, and I didn't know they could get looking that good with that. His abs are pretty they're pretty three-dimensional. They're very thick as well, which makes them look a lot better. His chesticles, pretty good, really rounded, really good insertions. The pectoral major's one up here. I think that might be the major. Dan could use some work, but he's mentioned that in a video, mainly because the bottom of his pectoral is so dominant. If he pushed it out a little bit, damn, that looked sick. Just an all-over pretty good physique. I don't know how I got onto that from food, but yeah. So I can't remember what I was talking about. Yeah. So anyway, that's my plans for this channel at the moment. My food's cooled down pretty much. I'm gonna find the lids. That's always a pain. I've got so much Tupperware, but they're all different shit. Because I bought some, my mum bought some, and we found some in the cupboard. So they've all got different fucking lids, and none of them fit each other. So you got to try and go through it and no, I'm done. If I ever get rich, or when I get rich, or whatever, I'm gonna have my own fridge. My Tupperware's all gonna match up, so I all have the same freaking lid. And I'm gonna have a different pair of socks every day. That would be my dream as a billionaire, having a different pair of socks every single day, because new socks freaking rule. The amount of protein I'd have would be ridiculous and everything, and I don't even know if I could be trusted to be rich. I'm not much of a sneakerhead or anything like that. I'd probably have a load of trainers, but it wouldn't really mean much to me. Different pairs of boots and whatever. Anyway, that's way off topic. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna get my food in the fridge. Just quickly before I go, a tip on the muscle food order that came in Friday, and a tip with chicken and meat and things when being refrigerated. Now, chicken will stay good in the fridge for 2 days. 2 days, that's all when it's cooked. Anytime before that, if you've cooked it on the Sunday and it's going to be ready, you want to have it on the Wednesday, put it in the freezer. Even though it might seem ridiculous, it's just going to save your food poisoning and stuff like that. Okay, it's probably going to be okay if it's on the Wednesday, but it's just not worth the risk. Food poisoning can not only set back your it's not only just really bad for you, but it can also ruin your gains quite a lot. I found that on a bulking season last year. In a week I lost 8 pounds through just having food poisoning, and I don't know what the frick did it, but it's just made me a little bit more careful now. Red meat is a little bit safer. You can probably rule I did the other week and it was fine. But I don't know if I just got lucky with that. Muscle food, their boxes will last 72 hours from the hour that they buggered off from the depot. So if you get an email when it's dispatched, that's the word I was looking for, not buggered off. So from the moment it gets dispatched, you've got 72 hours to get it in your freezer or in your fridge or wherever. So you're pretty good on that sense. But I would definitely give it maybe 48 just in case, because you don't know how long it's taken them to get the email out. They're pretty damn good, but at the same time you've got a bit of leeway. So if it does get delivered in the morning, you're fine. For example, mine got dispatched probably about 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Got to me about between 8 and 9 AM. I got home about 6:30, 7. That's still fine, stuck it in the fridge, everything's good to go. Yeah, I got loads of stuff from it. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. That was a quite nice little rant, just like talking to you guys sometimes and getting my opinions across, my views, and just like free flowing. It's really good to just the free flow and see what comes out of my mouth. Hopefully none of you dislike my little chats, but it's nice. Anyway, I'm going to go, and probably the next time you see me, it'll be at what surprise is going on tonight. So keep posted for that, and I'll speak to you guys then. As I managed to get a lift from Mother, sure she doesn't want to be on camera, is that right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, thought not. So, a surprise. Basically, it is a surprise for Tommy. You don't know who Tommy is, but it's his 21st, we're giving him a surprise party, which makes me wonder how he's getting there, but I don't care, I'm going there. I got my old gym bag in the back. It's been reallocated to booze carrying rather than gym wear, which seems really to enter the scale, but I'll be going there. Hopefully we'll get some footage there. Might be staying over depending on what happens. I can't imagine me getting drunk off 8 beers, but I haven't drunk beer or drunk properly in a long time, so we'll see what happens, and I'm sure there'll be some sharing and caring going on. So anyway, we'll be seeing Ozzy there. I don't know if you've seen Ozzy before, you might have done, but he's still hungover from last night, so we'll see what happens with him. He said he'll come about 8, but he'll probably be in bed about 8, so he's usually late, so he'll probably be here about 9 or whatever happens. We'll see Matt there. Matt's, I think they're already there, so I'll check in when I get there. Speak to you guys in a bit.
Changes.
As we're here for Tommy's 21st birthday, we're rocking out just in back garden, doing things, having a few beers. Yes, I'm drinking. Yes, I'm going against my word. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm actually going to hit a chest and back workout starting on Arnold's Blueprint tomorrow. As I say, it's still shredding season. I had 2 steaks and Swedish meatballs. You saw that earlier. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with tonight, and we'll carry on with the montage. So, what I'm going to talk about here is the upload schedule. I've been talking to Ozzy about it quite a bit. Now, he's more into his daily vlogging side of things, and I feel that I'm doing it a little bit wrong, as it were, by having it at such a distance between the upload times and the timing of my videos. My videos are quite lengthy, and I feel that I've come into a bit of a rut of doing a workout, blah, 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 and going into some topic of the day. I want to change that. I want to try and make it into a more of a daily vlog thing so that you can see what the fuck goes on. Now, the way I'm going to do that, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to try and plan that for Blueprint. I've only got a couple of weeks left to plan this out, so I'm going to be definitely thinking about that a lot, and I don't know yet. Definitely don't hold me to this, but I definitely want to try and sort of almost give it record, upload, edit. So it's almost like, or even record record, upload, edit almost. I definitely want to try and do that, and if I manage to do that, then that would be awesome. So even if I couldn't do a day's split, so I record, edit and upload, record, then day after edit and upload, that'd be amazing. So I'll see what I can do on that front, and see how well that goes. But anyway, I'm going to end off episode 70 here. Tomorrow I've got a chest and back workout, which is a bit different, so we'll see how well that goes, and it's the first day that I'm going to start the Arnold Blueprint workout scheme, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow morning, and I hope you enjoyed the video.